practicing backstroke. This video, I'm going to highlight a common mistake in backstroke technique and how to improve it moving forward. Hey swimmers, welcome back to the Swim Bites channel. I'm Coach Mandy, and today's quick tip video is on backstroke involving the high side arm and a common mistake I see many swimmers do when practicing backstroke. In this video, I will also show you steps on how to correct it to help you feel much more range of motion and a better feel of the water. Now, before I get started, if you are new to the channel or you've been watching my content, be sure to hit the subscribe button below. That way, not only do you stay notified for new and exciting content weekly, but you also show your support for the channel. All right, swimmers, let's get into it.
Okay, swimmers, so the habit I'm highlighting in this video is putting way too much tension in your hands. And when swimming backstroke or when practicing backstroke, when you put too much tension in your palms, what happens is it actually blocks your rotation, which ends up sinking your legs and your body line. You can see here by just making a slight correction, I'm able to rotate freely and also relax the hand. I'm going to slow this down and explain further. When you put too much tension in your palms, what happens is it blocks the rotation. And as you see in this freeze frame right about here, my palm or the back of my hand is landing flat in the water. Zero rotation. Hips are flat. When this occurs, your body line will immediately start collapsing. When your body line starts collapsing, you start increasing more resistance, all due to putting too much tension in your palms. What also will occur is that when you put too much tension in your hands, you are most likely going to cross over. What crossing over means is the palm starts to sweep towards the midline of your body in front of your head. You want to think of this areas where you don't want to be swimming through because it ends up forcing your body to twist and just adding unnecessary movement laterally versus moving forward in the direction you want to swim in. So ultimately, putting too much tension in your hands will lack that rotation. In this freeze frame right here though, the correction has been made, my palm is completely relaxed, and I'm actually leading from my thumb. As I move forward and that my hand is relaxed, I'll be able to rotate, increasing my range of motion, which then will make the palm face the camera where my pinky will enter the water, as you see here. So my hand is relaxed. I'm about to rotate fully as I land into the water. Most importantly, I want you to see it from this frame that the hand is totally relaxed. What happens is you'll be able to rotate due to that relaxation, and you're actually going to be able to connect from your hips, where your hips will not fall, they will not fall flat, and your legs will not sink. So moving forward, you can see here that not only is my left hand entering and extending exactly on the shoulder line, there's no sweeping or crossing over. Now you can see how my right arm is exiting. And if you see where my right hand is that is relaxed, is you'll see a sheath of water just kind of roll off the arm and the hand. That sensation you can actually feel when practicing. If you feel the sensation of the water just roll off your arm and your hand, you are definitely most likely relaxing the release of the high side arm. If you do not feel this sensation, most likely you are putting way too much tension in the arm and the hand, which will block the rotation and connection. So that's another sensation you can practice when you are working on your backstroke. And you can see here also with the left, my thumb is leading the way, and you see this sheath of water just roll off my arm and hand. And that's really what you want to aim for when trying to improve your backstroke. So you can actually feel that sensation. You can even close your eyes and get a better sensation of this moment when practicing backstroke. So the key is when the arm kind of flows out, you want to think that the thumb is leading the way. You can almost act as if your hand is almost a paintbrush. So it's just slightly relaxed, not too relaxed, but also not tight. And you end up opening up with the palm facing outward, able to fully rotate, which then completely connects the body line, and you are most likely going to stay much higher on the surface of the water. You can see here, I'm just quickly demonstrating that release of that arm exiting. So here's a underwater view of the same point. So right now I'm putting way too much tension in my palms, lacking full rotation. There's just no rotation here. My hips are falling all the way down, and you can start to see gradually my legs start to sink. So if you're practicing backstroke and you feel like you're working really hard, or you feel a lot of resistance and you feel your legs are sinking, most likely this is definitely occurring in your backstroke. So slowing this down for a moment, again, just reiterating those points, is that when you put the tension in your hands and the palms, you'll end up laying the arm flat with zero rotation. If there's zero rotation in your palms, there's no rotation in your hips. And you can see here in this freeze frame, with the lack of that connection and rotation from your center, you end up swimming uphill. And that's where you feel the resistance. This is where you feel your legs are sinking, and this is where you feel an increase in your energy output. So you want to think of less tension in your extremities, more tension in your center will help keep your body line nice and high. However, if you have way too much tension in your extremities, which is your palms, your hands, your legs, and your arms, most likely you're going to be collapsing in the center of your body and losing your center. So that's what I mean by losing it, is that if you lose the tension from your center, you're most likely going to start sinking. So the key is to relax the arm and the palm to be able to fully rotate and connect from your center, pushing your hips up towards the surface of the water. That can't occur until your arms are relaxed. So you want to think of where the source of the problem is coming from, and that's typically from putting way too much tension in your extremities. So you see how much that affects the body line, but by just relaxing, you can start to raise it up higher. So in this video, focusing on relaxing the palms and starting to rotate and connect from your center, you can see a difference in the body line. And that is full rotation, feeling that you're swimming through a smaller surface. So slowing this down for a moment, I will freeze frame it so you can see what I'm talking about. But mainly you want to really push your hips forward and think of relaxing your hands. This will ultimately help you rotate fully without letting your hips fall flat, which ends up sinking the legs. So as you see in this freeze frame right here, body line is nice and long. You can see my palms are facing the camera, which means I've already rotated my palms outward, or pinky entering the water. Most importantly, you see full body rotation from your hips. And this is how you're able to connect forward when swimming backstroke.
All right, swimmers, if you're watching this video and you're struggling with backstroke technique, let me know in the comments below. And if you're serious about improving your backstroke technique from the foundation up to learn how to do it completely, seamlessly, effectively, and injury-free, hit the pinned comments below and join the Swim Bites program today. I have multiple courses on all strokes, plus so much more. And you can visit swimbites.com for more resources to help with your swim training. All right, swimmers, enjoy your practice, and I will see you all next week.